Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Welcome to online classes for UG students to COVID 19 for the academic year 2020-21. This is Pinninti Ramreddy, lecturer in English, Government Degree College, Mahbubabad, District Mahbubabad. Today our topic is grammar topic. Let us go to discuss the grammar topic. Actually, what is grammar? Earlier already I was explained what is grammar. Once again, just let us see. The grammar means which gives the beautiness to the language is called grammar. In the part of grammar, let us discuss the important one, that is verbs. What do you mean by a verb? Verb Verb is denoting the action of a subject or a noun. Here, let us say any sentence will have a main verb, which is the central focus on the action in the sentence. Verbs are action words, which tell us what the subject of the sentence is, or does, or has, or what is done to it. Verbs are sometimes called doing words. Here in any sentence it will be having a verb as a main verb, which is the central, that it gives the central focus of the action in the sentence. The verb is the central focus of the action in the sentence, and verbs are action words which tell us what the subject of the sentence is or does. The verb is the action word of the subject of the sentence. What the sentence is doing or what the sentence does, it gives the explanation, or has, or what is done to it. Verbs are sometimes called doing words. We can call these verbs as the doing words also. These verbs are we have two types. They are, one is transitive verb and another one is intransitive verb. Let us see what are the transitive and intransitive verbs. Here, compare the following sentences. There are two sentences here. They are, one is Ram laughed, another one is Ram saw. In the above sentences, the first sentence is a complete sentence, but the second one is incomplete. On hearing the second sentence, one is likely to ask, what or whom did Ram see? The sentence needs at least one more word, as in the following sentence, in order to be complete. See, when we look at the first sentence, that is Ram laughed, it is looking as complete sentence. But when we come to the second sentence, Ram saw, it looks as incomplete sentence. The second one is incomplete sentence. When we hear the second sentence, it looks as incomplete sentence. Here, one is likely to ask, if we ask or if we say Ram saw, immediately we can get a question, what did Ram see, or whom did Ram see? With whomever we speak or whomever we interact, Ram saw, if we say, immediately they will ask us, what did Ram see, or whom did Ram see? The sentence needs at least one more word, as in the following sentence, in order to be complete. When we get a question like what did Ram see or whom did Ram see, we need an answer more than one word or a sentence. Like Ram saw a tiger. What did Ram see? Ram saw a tiger. Or somebody can say the Ram may be seen the other one, that golden temple, or Ram saw Charminar, or Birla Mandir, like we can say. The word tiger, which follows the verb saw in the above sentence, is a noun, and it answers the question, what did Ram see? The noun which follows a verb and answers the question, what or whom, is the object of the verb. A verb which must be followed by an object is called a transitive verb. See is thus a transitive verb in the above sentence. Look at other examples of transitive verbs in the sentence below. See here, the word tiger, which follows the verb saw, in the above sentence is a noun. Here the tiger, it is the saw is following the tiger. It is called a noun and it answers the question. When we ask a question, what did Ram see? We can get the answer. The noun which follows a verb and answers the question, what or whom, in the object of the verb. We can say easily, what did Ram see? Ram saw a tiger. Or what did Ram see? Ram saw some XYZ person. Like when we make a question with what and whom, then we get an object. That type of verb is called a transitive verb. See here the see which is getting the object like tiger. So it is called a transitive verb. See is the say transitive verb in the above sentence. Look at other examples of transitive verbs in the sentences below. Some other sentences are here with transitive verbs. Let us see what are they. Sujit met the doctor. Sujit is a noun. Noun met verb the doctor object. Here the verb followed the noun the doctor. It is here it is an object. So if we make a question, Sujit met or whom did Sujit meet? Sujit met the doctor. Here we are getting the answer, the doctor. They are wearing jackets. What are they wearing? They are wearing jackets. When we make a question with what, we are getting an answer. That are wearing, are is helping verb, wearing is a verb, and main verb, jackets are objects. Mridu tasted the cake. Here Mridu is subject, tasted is V2, verb 2, past tense verb, the cake is object. So tasted also followed the object. Mridu tasted. What did Mridu taste? Mridu tasted the cake. You have learnt Tamil. What did you learn? You have learnt Tamil. Like we can question. Rani heard a whistle. What did Rani hear? Rani heard a whistle. All that italics are the main verbs, and the following the main verbs we are having the objects. So these are called as the transitive verbs. However, the verb laugh in Ram laughed does not need an object. In the first sentence, the Ram laughed. Here the laugh, it does not need an object because it is a complete sentence. Ram laughed. The action is completed. So you cannot ask what did Ram laugh. We cannot ask what did Ram laugh or whom did Ram laugh. We cannot make a question like this. So the first sentence is the complete answer, complete sentence. A verb which does not need an object is called an intransitive verb. See, here the verb which does not need an object is called an intransitive verb. Laugh is an intransitive verb, just as the verbs in the sentences below are. See, some other examples are here which are related to the intransitive verbs. Let us see. The plane landed safely. The plane subject landed. We verb safely. How safely? We cannot make a question with what and whom. The baby slept. The baby slept. It is complete meaningful sentence. The plants wilted. Meaningful sentences. Manu shouted in excitement. Meaningful sentences. We'll leave the next door. Here, all these are called intransitive verbs, means which are not transferable to passive voices. They are called as intransitive verbs. Here, many English verbs are transitive as well as intransitive. That is, they are sometimes followed by an object, but they can also be used without an object. For example, there are many verbs in English with object without object, means they act sometimes as a transitive verb, sometimes as intransitive verbs. Let us see the examples are here. The mug fell off the table and broke. He broke the mug. Here the broke is there. Broke is a verb. The mug fell off the table and broke. It was fallen down from the table and it became into pieces. Here it is a complete meaningful sentence. It is not transferable. So it is an intransitive. Here the second one is he broke the mug. We can make a question. He broke. What did he break? He broke the mug. It is transitive verb. In the first sentence, the verb broke is intransitive, whereas in the second sentence, it is transitive. Look at some more examples below. Just now what I have said, that in the first sentence, the mug fell off the table and broke. It is a complete meaningful sentence. It is an intransitive sentence. The broke is here acting as intransitive verb. In the second sentence, he broke the mug. Bro, here the same word, same verb is here became transitive verb because he broke the mug. We can make a question. What did he break? He broke the mug. Okay. The examples let us see. The bell rang. Siren rang the bell. The door opened. Vivek opened the door. Like all these, in the see the bell rang. Here the bell is the subject, rang is verb. It is complete meaningful sentence. But in the second one, Shirin rang the bell. Siren is the subject, rang is the verb, the bell is an object. Siren, what did Siren ring? We can get an answer. The bell. The door opened. Here, who did open the door? We can answer Vivek opened the door. It is transitive. The first one is intransitive. A good learner's dictionary should tell you whether a verb is transition or intransitive, or whether it is both transitive and intransitive. That a good learner's dictionary, it gives clear clarification what is transitive and what is intransitive. And also with the verb we are having two types, two kinds. They are regular verb and irregular verbs. Let us see what is a regular verb. Regular verb means with adding d oblique ed or oblique ied to the first form of a verb. If we get second and third forms, they are called regular verbs. See, ed, d or ed or ied. If we add these three suffixes to the base form of the verb or to the first form of the verb, if we get second and third form, they are called regular verbs. Example, you see here the examples are ask. Ask is a base form or the present form of a verb. Asked. With adding ed, it has become asked. In second, third form also asked. Smile. With adding d, smiled. Smiled. Own. With adding ed, owned. Owned. Cry, cry. With adding ied, cried. Cried. Irregular verbs. With adding d oblique ed oblique ied to the first form of a verb, if we do not get second and third forms, they are called irregular verbs. See here examples. First form C, with adding d or ed or ied, we cannot get second form or third form. C, second form is sa, third form is seen. No, second form is knew, third form is known. Buy, second form is bought, third form is bought. See, with adding d or ed or ied to the first form of a verb, we are not getting second and third forms. So these are called irregular verbs. Let us distinguish these irregular verbs into three types. We have three types of irregular verbs. Let us see what are they. The first one is verbs in which all three forms are the same. See, in these irregular verbs, we have different verb forms. In the first type, all the forms, first form, second form, third form, are present form, past form, and past participle. All the verbs are same. For example, cut, first form, cut, cut, cut. Like all those are the type 1, and the verbs in which two of the three are the same. See here, in the second type, the first form is different from the second and third form. Sit, sat, sat. And the third type is verbs in which all three forms are different. One, it does not have the relation with another one, like the second, the above first and second. See, ring, rang, rung, like. Type 1, all three forms are the same as, let us see some examples. Present form, past participle. Present form, the first type, in the first type, bet, 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 bust, 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 coast, 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 hurt, 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 red, red, red. All are same in the first form. The type 2, two of the forms are the same as. In this, the present form is different from the second and third. Here, present form, past participle. Bend is the present form, past tense is bent, past participle is bent. Bleed, present, past bled, past participle bled. Breed, present, bread, past, bread, past participle. Bring, present form, brought, past form, brought, past participle. Type 3, all three forms are different as. Here, the present form, it does not have the relation with the past does not have the relation with the past participle. Means all these three, they are not same in each other. Let us see. Begin, present form. Began, past form. Begun, past participle. Blow, present form. Blew, past tense. Blown, past participle. Do, present. Did, past. Done, past participle. Drink, present. Drank, past tense. Drunk, past participle. Eat, present form. Ate, past tense. Eaten, past participle. Now let us discuss regarding the helping or auxiliary verbs. These we can call as the auxiliary verbs or helping verbs. Look at the following sentences. Here, cows eat grass. The boy flies kites after school. The verbs used in these sentences, eat and flies, are called finite verbs, whose form changes according to tense, number, and person. Now compare the finite verbs above with those in the sentences below. Here, in the above sentence, cows eat grass, eat, and the boy flies kites after school. The flies, these two are called as the finite verbs. Eat and flies are called finite verbs. These finite verbs, they will get changes according to the tense with the help of auxiliaries or helping verbs. Now let us see how they are getting changed. Here, it is raining here. They are playing chess. She was staying with her parents when I met her. I do not like sweets. She has returned to the income tax department. Here, in the first sentence, it is raining here. The is, it is an auxiliary verb. They are playing chess, or is an auxiliary verb. She was staying, was is an auxiliary. I do not like, do is an auxiliary. She has written, that has is an auxiliary. The raining, playing, staying, like, written, all these are the finite verbs or main verbs. The italicized words are called auxiliary verbs, which combine with the main verbs in the continuous to and perfect tense, in negative sentences and in questions. The verb be, have, and do thus function as both main verbs and, as in the sentences above, as auxiliary verbs with grammatical functions. Their forms change according to the tense, number, and person of the subject noun. See here, be, have, and do, they will act in two ways. So sometimes as the auxiliary verbs, sometimes as the main verb. Here, in the above sentences, the although acted as the auxiliary verbs. Listed below are the various auxiliary verbs in English divided into their groups. Here some auxiliary verbs they are given. Let us see what are they into. Those are divided into three groups. Let us see what are they. Primary helping verbs. In primary helping verbs we have three verbs. These are the verbs be, form, do and have. In primary helping verbs we have three. They are be, do and have. To make continuous to continuous tenses we use be forms. He is walking in the park. To make the passive, students are being taught by the teachers. Here these are the be forms, is, are, and we will be having in the be forms are five. Am, is, are in the present, was and were in the past. Have forms. These have also we will be having have, has and had, three forms. To make this have forms will be used for perfect tenses. That be forms will be for simple present continuous and past continuous. Have for present continuous, had for past continuous. To make perfect tenses, I have finished eating my breakfast. It is a present perfect tense. Next, do forms. To make negatives, I do not like watching TV for long hours. To ask questions, do you want my help? To show emphasis, I do want you to complete your homework. To stand for a main verb in some constructions. Raju drives his car faster than does. These do, it acts in different ways. Sometimes as negatives, questions, emphasis, and stand as for a main verb. Model helping verbs. The model helping verbs are 10. That primary helping verbs are 3. They are be, have, do, and the model helping verbs are 10. Let us see what are they. We use model helping verbs to modify the meaning of the main verb in some way. A model helping verb expresses necessity or possibility and changes the main verb in that sense. Here the model helping verbs it shows the necessity and the possibility. Sometimes it changes the main verb as per the sense. See here, can, could. I can write with my left hand. This is showing the possibility. May, might. The train may arrive late. Will, would. Would you like to eat a sandwich now? Shall, should. You should watch this movie. It's a masterpiece. Must. I must rush now, or else I shall miss the show. Ought to. She ought to win this game. It's compulsory. Semi-modal verbs. There are three verbs, semi-modal verbs. One is the primary helping verbs. The other one is modal helping verbs. The third one is semi-modal verbs. There are three. The following verbs are often called semi-modal modals because they are partly like modal helping verbs and partly like main verbs. Need. You need not go to the office today as it's a holiday. So it is an holiday, so you need not go to office. Dare. You dare not to ask your boss for a hike. Used to. They used to go by the bus to school. That is about the childhood habits. It is discussing. These are this is the topic which we have discussed today. So the verbs regarding the transitive and intransitive verbs, regular and irregular verbs, and helping or auxiliary verbs. Thank you, students, for listening with patience. Thank you very much. Let's meet again tomorrow with another class.